only fear I see, but I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me, no escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see, but I walk the path and I'll lead you to me.
Okay, so we are live here on the H&R Drill Racing Show on YouTube. Yeah, is that all the? I think that's, yeah, that's where we are at the moment. You're gonna be somewhere, so that's where we are.
Yeah, but, yes, so thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all very much. And you might be noticing, before we start this show, that this week there was, where did the episode go?
Exactly, well, we were making it, we got a little bit delayed, but not to worry, because tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. New Zealand time, 06 in the morning, the jetpack, the ultimate wearable flight pack system, the next episode, or we should say the drone pack, the next frontier into like aviation engineering is unveiled.
Yes,
released.
So that will be arriving at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that exciting episode. And yes, we've been hard at work on that one. So
yeah, some different stuff in it too, and some new stuff for us. It was good.
New techniques and stuff. So there you go. So that is like a place you should be putting on your calendar to tune in for that. There you go. And saying that, I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard. And let's get into the show.
And 3, 2, 1, go! H&R Drill Racing, H&R Drill Racing, H&R Drill Racing. Yeah. Okay, so we are live, and it's Sunday.
Yeah, we have to thank all our sponsors. Thank you most importantly of all for tuning in. Remember to share as much as you like to people that like this sort of thing. Comment as much as you like. Add some thumbs up. And yeah, so this particular one, what's it going to be about?
We are going to be jumping into the parachute making. We're going to finish that off as the objective of this live stream.
Yes, that's for the MKIII RC wingsuit design. That's the featherweight or almost indoor flying class. But that's the motors that we're using, because we're using the F3P from our good sponsor HobbyWing for that in terms of powering. But of course, it's all about extending flight. It's not about flying up into the air like a regular plane. As a plane, it's all about going off the cliff, extending travel out to a safe distance above the cliff, and then pulling that parachute for landing.
Last little bit.
Yes.
Gliding all the way down, and then.
And as you know, when you're watching the series or episode, you can go back and check it out if you haven't already. We've already maiden tested this thing off a cliff.
Oh yes.
And it was, the parachute didn't display enough drag force to be substantial enough to not take a hard hit.
Yes, so that's why we're working on this one. So let's jump over the other screen and yeah, let's start.
Yeah. And remember, this is part 2 of this live stream as well. So last week we did the previous one, so you can go and check that out as well. Okay, so the second screen.
What's that? Hey, another CG's joined. And what the prop? Hey man, how you been? How you both guys been? Oh, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll just click this button over here, which is that one.
Yep.
Yes, I got. Hey! Yes, we're here. And yeah, another CG. And what's the prop has joined the stream. Thanks so much.
Thanks for joining in, guys.
The best people in the world are here. You know it. Right there. Agree. Yes. And what are we doing, Richard? And what's been happening?
Well, we've been working a lot on the episode that was meant to come out this week. It was meant to come out.
Well, technically it is this week if you look at it from like overseas.
International, because that would be their Sunday, right?
Technically.
So our Monday is what? United States is Sunday. So technically it's still a weekend if you go to international time.
Yeah.
But of course, things got a little bit delayed, but that's okay.
Yeah, and you can see above us, like on the last live stream, We had the Batman. So you can kind of see that there. On the stream, we've got the
Wingsuit.
wingsuit. Hang on, I'll just turn them so you can see what's going on. There you go, he'll come around eventually. Eventually he'll come around. Oh, my head's gone. I'm over here, man. There you go, you can kind of see him for a second there. And there you go, he'll just rotate like that. But yes, there you go. So we've got the sewing machine out, and where did we get to on the last stream, Richard?
I think we got sort of like halfway through it.
Let's have a look. Hang on, I'll just have a look. Look-sees here. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you've been up to this week, what you're up to this weekend. Yeah, it's always good to know what other people are up to, and it's always cool. I know that Robert said that he'd been off to an RC Drift comp, which looked pretty cool. So there you go. So that's, you can see the blue one. The blue one's the original, and that could, we calculated that for 1.6.
1.1 meters. 1.16. I think. 1.16 meters.
Okay, so that's how, what's the diameter across?
And then, of course, now we're at the 1.6 diameter. Meters.
Yeah. And
Meters,
then we've been adding, on the last stream, we added that black edge.
Yeah.
So we've got, what, just around about halfway to go on that, do you reckon?
Yeah, so we're gonna keep diving into that. So remember to add in your comments, yeah, and what you've been up to, and
There I am. I'm here.
sort of hidden there.
Hidden.
Yeah, and what you've been doing and what you've been working on.
Yeah, so it's cool.
So we've been doing quite a lot of fabrication.
Yeah, so we won't work. The surprise about the drone pack is arriving. That's where it's at. Okay, so should we move the cameras over to this one and start working on it? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Okay.
Get into it. I'd like to get it achieved on the stream.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So then the next time you'll see this will be testing it from a from an elevated position. I know CG says 67% more to go. You reckon 66%? I was gonna be optimistic and say 50%. Let's have a look. But I guess it could be one of those.
Could be 30%.
Could be 30% of it.
30% of the time it works every
What do you reckon? 30%? 66%? Yeah, something like that. We'll go with it. Whatever it is, we'll make it work.
Do we need to redo the drone shoot as well?
No? Why would we do that?
No, just asking.
Heck no. Heck no. No
Heck
means
no.
no. Nobody knows, people. Okay, should we go a little bit closer? Oh, but then you can't get in there if somebody... You can't. All right, comment. Yes! So there you go. It's where it's at. And I just remembered that camera that you got, which of those cameras, they can zoom in. I forgot about it.
What do you mean they can zoom in?
Yeah, you can zoom them. I forgot. Maybe I can do that on this one.
Didn't know you can zoom in.
Yeah, you can. I just remembered. I think you can zoom in. Hang on, let's try. Focus. Where's that focus? Focused. Nope. That'll come back in a minute. But yes,
Yeah.
pretty sure you can.
Pretty sure you can't.
Don't wreck it. Don't wreck the camera footage.
If it's working, you just leave it.
If it ain't broke, don't break it. Don't touch it, man. Pretty
Yeah.
sure you can. I'm like 85% sure. I know, 66% certain. 66% certain.
66% of the time.
66% of the time it works every time.
time.
Okay, so I'll go split screen. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. I guess we could say internationally as a weekend.
It's a weekend here.
Yeah. A little bit of a toot for you, Sir Richard.
How's that? Toot.
Tooted.
Do I need
Tilted
to
to
back
be.
up?
No, this one will be rotated. What's that one like? 60.
Rotate to side. Or more.
Yeah, you're coming a little bit this way, I think.
Okay, so we're adjusting our camera angles. So if this wasn't live, you wouldn't see this.
No, if it
You'd
wasn't
be like,
live.
oh yeah, there we go. There's that perfect shot.
There's that perfect angle, and you'll be like, oh, take it for granted, and then, oh,
Don't think much
yeah.
about it.
But yes, we are making some pretty good progress on this guy. And the name of the game now is, as I like to think, on the home stretch on this one. So yeah, it's all been seamed.
Because you're 60% left it in. There you go.
66%.
Have you got the what?
You got the clips?
Yeah, right here. Where's the rest of it? In here. Oh, Harry. I got them. You got them? No. I thought that was there. Anyway, what we will do is I'll start sewing it. Yeah, why not? That's where it's at. And there we go. Yep, lights on. Lights on means we have power, people. And yeah. We should be about there, I think. That's good enough. It's near enough. Now we just slap this in there. Then the guy. Then away we go. Crack into it, as they say. But it's been a very busy week for us, so hopefully you guys have been having a good time too. Always good to be busy. Unless you're on holiday, then. Yeah. Well, but you could be busy doing holiday things. All right. And what do we think of the new camera angle, the camera cinematography style that we're doing on the episodes? You like as of late? We added a 360 camera shot. That was one of the new additions. What do we think? Hope you like it. We thought it was kind of cool. Always thought that kind of look would be cool. So yeah. Maybe tilt that other one, would you? That camera there. Tilt them a little bit. This one? Yeah, no, yeah, that one, yeah. Like that. Just so we can see what, yeah. See the people, the peeps. Yeah. But yeah, we're making good progress in this one. Yep. Oh yeah, now I can see it, yeah. Perfecto. But yeah, apparently the weather outside is actually sunny. That's a nice change. So we just came back from a walk. So we thought, why not live stream? But we didn't really tell too many people that we're going to go live stream, did we? Just thought, we woke up today and thought, we haven't done one yet, so why not? Why not? Yeah, and also because we got the video uploaded. It was the main achievement for us. So then we can get into live stream. And yeah, and the way to do it, well, what we always do is we always tuck the edges in, keep it clean lines. That way it won't unravel on us when we go to send it for real. Yep, there you go. That's another one. Start with instant. Yeah, he's still up there, so that's good. The wingsuit isn't falling off yet. You never know, right? You never know. It might do. But hopefully it doesn't. Look at that. There you go, Richard, alright? Yeah. Nice. There you go. And then, I guess once you've done that one, I guess you can start to use that other one as a template to make up another one. Oh yeah, you want me to do that as well?
eventually when you're ready. Once we got a template, then we can move to the next one. I can see that one. All right. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we are live on YouTube and I believe at the moment on Instagram as well. So thanks very much for everyone joining in, past, present, and future. And currently we're working on the wingsuit, the Mark III wingsuit. It's just above us just here. And we are making the parachute, which is,
We're adjusting the parachute.
we're adjusting the parachute. So the blue was the original and we're adding the black outer rim to make them that much better, to add a bit more drag when you come in for landing. So yeah, you can join in on the YouTube link or just continue on Instagram. Did you want me to make one up?
Yeah, just copy that one.
Do you have the extra material?
Behind you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Put them out of the way. Nice. Whoops. Yeah, no, we're right. Yep, so remember to join in on the chat and yeah, if you've got some questions, suggestions, or I know solutions, feel free to chuck them in. But yeah, we'll just make our way through this. All right. All right. Yes, it was a bit different, the fact that we didn't manage to release a episode this week.
Well, for us.
For us, anyway.
Well, technically you do. Because it's tomorrow.
But we have been working on it, and of course it's released tomorrow, which is, you know, we just managed to upload it all ready for you guys. Quite recently, in fact, like very, very recently. So yeah, it's going to be good. I think you guys are going to really enjoy how we got on with the drone pack when it arrives tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. New Zealand time. What do you reckon, Eric?
Yeah, I hope so. Should be good. Oh, it's good to get back onto that project.
Yeah,
It's a challenging one.
it is quite a challenge, isn't it?
But then, we don't really choose easy ones, do we?
No, not so much. It does tend to like to move this thing.
What's that?
This material tends to like to move. So the material we're using at the moment is it's a kite material, so it's called ripstop. It's an odd name for a material, but that's what it's called.
But it doesn't really stop the rips.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of maybe
Of a
a play
mark.
on words almost.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. I guess it when it dethreads, if it does, it doesn't keep on running, but it's not like perfect, you know.
Yeah.
But there you go. This is the same material that we used for the Batman, the FPV Batman that we're making. But we didn't cut it from his cape. That would be sad. I think that was last week's episode, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, from the last one. You know, not this week, last week.
Yeah. Keeps moving too much. This table's too slippery for this kind of.
Right. And what is another CG been up to this week? Hopefully something cool. Oops. Yep, let's load in the hopper now. All good? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so there's one down. How's your one going?
Yes, all good. A little hard with this
Table?
yeah, sliding.
Sliding on there. There you go. Another patch done. Whoops, I didn't see that. Okay, another patch done. There you go. It's it'll take it past the 66% mark.
To what percent?
I don't know. 67. Anyway. You good?
So, really infuriating, Jesus, on this table.
Maybe you need to put like a pair of scissors sitting on top of it or something next time. It might be an easier way.
Yeah, possibly.
I wonder how many more of these panels we have to cut out and so.
Not too many, I don't think.
Hopefully not. If you're just joining us on the stream, we're currently live streaming on our YouTube channel, and we're currently making a RC Parachute modification to the Wingsuit Mark III, which is the one that's above us, which is the one for extended flight, or what we're calling the Mark III. The Mark III. And we decided to go bigger because of the last maiden test flight, and it wasn't really sliding down in the descent that we were happy with. It was a bit too quick. There you go, plane lines. That's where it's at. I'm pretty sure it says, what's that? I'm pretty sure it says you can zoom in on it.
Do you need to zoom in?
No, don't need to. Yeah, fun feature to try.
Listen. Gesundheit. Make it up. So. And what about movies, Richard? What have we been seeing? What did we see last night?
Don't know. Can't remember. Can't remember what we were watching. What we were watching.
SG-1.
Stargate. It's not really a movie though.
No, but it's a series. Stargate, probably?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I don't know. Did we ever say that? We were invited on to the RC experience. Did we ever say that? I'm not sure.
I think we did.
Anyway, yeah. So we were guests on the RC experience, and it was very nice to have be invited by Anthony and Jonathan, and it was cool.
Yeah, that's right. From their own, because they collectively have 2 shows, right? And then they, I think, is Anthony FPV Builds and Technology, and Jonathan's the lighter side of RC, and they invited us to come on and chat about all our projects and stuff. So yeah, big shout out to those guys. Thanks very much. And yeah, you can go and check it out on the podcast, which is RC Air Experience.
Yeah, it was cool, and we just
got
kind
the
of
links on the community post if you want to see it.
And it was just cool. We just showed off some of our builds in a little bit more depth, and yeah, got to hang out with them and get their thoughts. So it was very cool, very cool to be invited.
Yeah, it was.
When was that? Was it last week? Week before?
Wasn't long ago.
Wasn't too long ago. Yeah. Anyway, it was cool. What is the difference between a
Thanks for tuning in. What?
What's the difference between a live stream and a podcast?
Not much. One's got a P, one's got an L.
Maybe it's a branding thing. Anybody else know the difference?
Yeah, does anybody know the difference between a podcast and a live stream? Because both tend to have, currently they do have videos. Because we have some of our live streams become podcasts as well.
For the experts ones, our expert series.
Yeah, I think also the RC Eagle was a podcast we made.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. And if you're just joining us, we are working on the MKIII RC Wingsuit. And yeah, it's going pretty well.
Parachute modifications.
Yeah, so we work on the parachute here. And Harry's doing some upgrades on that. And PropSoft has joined us. Thanks very much, Scooter. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we're watching your latest video that came out on YouTube. It was pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, you got the PropSoft 40 all done. That would have been a heck of a load of work. Very cool to achievement.
Yeah, very
to get it done after all that designing and stuff.
Good to get to the get it under your belt, get it out of the way, get it done.
Yeah, achieving things are always exciting.
Yeah, takes quite a lot of commitment to finish them off.
It does.
Scooter wants to know, did the CEO of the 3D printer contact you for sponsorship? Not yet, my man, not yet. But you know, he's more than welcome.
He might be watching the.
He might be watching the live stream. But it would be cool.
Yeah, for sure. We got enough.
We did look into it as well. It looked pretty. His machines look pretty good.
Yeah, very cool.
But how about this? You'll be the first to know when we know.
Yeah, for sure. I guess our builds are getting pretty big now, aren't they? Size-wise.
Yeah, we do all the help we can get. And Scooter says the PropSoft 40 was a 3-month deal. Yeah,
Nice.
but you got there.
You got there, that's the main thing.
3 months.
Of hard work. Very cool. 3
Well
months.
worth it.
Very cool.
So yeah, so if anybody's watching, you're welcome to head over to Props Off's channel.
Oh yes.
Props
definitely.
Off's channel, not Props Off. Yeah, anyway, Props Off's channel, and yeah, go and check out what we're talking about. Is he still have to get a clean tune and build video out for the Props Off 40? I'm excited. Yes, I bet you would be.
It's very cool, man.
Do you think the tuning will be difficult, or do you think it seemed pretty similar to the other drones that you've flown in the past? It's always a bit different when, of course, it's your own design. How did you end up cutting the frame? Did you get somebody else to cut it out for you, or you got your own machines, or?
Yeah, that's exciting.
You know, some people sometimes they send it off to
Like a
manufacturing company, or how'd you go about? What was your process or thought process behind that?
And in the background, I'm just loading another bobbin on. I ran out while I was sewing that little section, so I'll just put a bit more on.
And I'm just making up the
Goodness.
patterns for Harry to sew up. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining in, everyone. And we're quite excited about tomorrow, for example, there, Scooter, that tomorrow
That's what we've been
is
up to.
the what we've been working at all week. Got a little bit delayed, but that's okay. And it is, of course, the drone pack is going to be released, the next part in the series, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Which is pretty cool, right, Harry?
Yeah. Normally our episodes kind of come out like Tuesday has kind of been it, and then we got pushed back a bit, and then that became Thursday. But yes, this time it's going to be Monday.
And he says that his friend has a CNC router. Awesome.
Nice. Which
help out.
particular
help out.
model did you cut it on? Which particular
Do
CNC?
you remember what CNC machine it was?
And we've
There's
got
lots
a,
of good type ones out there.
we've got a desktop CNC. I think we did a live stream on it once upon a time. But nowhere near as big as some of those big giant ones. They can cut in like 30 seconds.
Yep.
But either way, very cool.
What they can cut in seconds, we can cut in hours. We can still cut it.
It's the one. Days. How many more pieces do you think we did?
Don't know. I was just going to cut this out and then wait.
Okay. Don't want to cut so many and then suddenly we've used it all.
Yeah.
You don't need it. He doesn't know. He's not too sure. Well, it's okay. It's okay.
That's okay. We won't hold it against you.
No. That's very cool, man. What's the one that we have? Man?
A little Stain Smart Jimitsu 3018, I think. We're not sponsored by Stain Smart, but
I think one of our earlier streams we did one on that. We were cutting out a part for the FPV rocket-powered helicopter. Yeah, I could probably actually turn the camera. You can probably see it. Hang on. If I move it. Yeah, I think I can do it.
okay.
Yeah, there it is. Can you see it from there, Richard?
Yeah, you can see it.
It's a little fella. You can see it in there?
I can see it in there. Yeah, so that's the CNC machine that we're talking about. And Props on said, are you sending a video out tomorrow morning? We are. Yes, very much so.
So, Props Off would have used a big giant version of this little fella But it serves our purpose. It serves our purpose.
Yeah. Yes, so it's the drone pack comes out tomorrow. It's what we've been fabricating all week, in fact.
Well, actually, it's been we've been working on it for a couple of weeks, maybe like a month or so.
Oh, yeah, we've been working at it for a fair amount of time.
But officially got into it. Officially got into it
This week.
this week.
We think it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure you guys will like it. Cool router, you said, hey?
Thanks, man. Yeah. And what do we run that one on, Richard?
Fusion 360, I believe.
Fusion 360 in the manufacturing section.
Yeah.
And then
We design it up right in CAD and then bring it over.
that's
But you
right.
can do it all in Fusion.
Yeah, we normally do most of our designing. Oh, as you guys have seen on a software called Design Spark Mechanical, which is one we like.
Kind of get used to it, right?
Just got used to it, and it's kind of just, it's just kind of our jam, yo. But we do use Fusion sometimes, but just not as often. The other one's kind of like, you do it all the time, and you just
You don't need to look it up.
don't have to look up the how to do this or how to do
You
that.
don't have to look up the cheat sheet, right?
Don't look at the cheat sheet.
Yes.
But it'd be very cool to have that, like your own drone like that, all made up.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. Are you going to come up with? I assume that we're coming out with your own tune settings. Do you have to upload that? Do you send that to Betaflight? How does that work? It's kind of interesting because you're coming up with your own tune, right?
Well, you can just adjust the sliders.
No, but like he's coming up with his own custom one, so he might be uploading it for the public. You have to get in contact with Betaflight, or do you just upload it?
Well, you might be able to do it through the CLI. Come on. And he says you never disappoint with the videos.
Oh, thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah. What do you think of the new shots and angles that we're doing?
Oh,
Hopefully you're enjoying them.
Trying to go to it.
Trying to sort of improve ourselves as well.
Always trying to
Get better. Should I turn this one off? Pop it and put it on?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You're welcome to head over to the YouTube channel and carry on. The link's in below.
Okay, so there's another line done. It's not going to go anywhere. So there's another line done. So we've done one, and I think Richard's going to start seaming his one. And I've got another 2 lines to make this parachute piece. It's going to be a good one. And
Did it take off?
yeah, it fell away. I was just thinking about the time we threw the wingsuit Mark II off of that Mount Wanganui. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's cool to do it the next level over there.
Yeah, the full send. That would be cool. The full send from the same location. It's a very cool place, Mount Wanganui. We'll have all T's and C's apply and all that sort of thing, and then send it. For sure, that would be. Well, maybe we'll just do that one day when we go on holiday. If we ever go on holiday, we'll do that again. Jose has joined the stream. Richard, do you reckon you can read that one out, please? I can't read it because it's a bit far away.
Joe says, "Sup guys, the wingsuit guy looks incredible. Once it's finished, it's going to be absolutely epic. Can't wait for your next video and maybe one day get a hold of one when they go on sale." Oh, very cool.
Cheers, man. Yeah.
Thanks for joining in.
And appreciate you liking our designs. Yes, for sure. Yeah, once it's, we always like to test our stuff, and then just like pops off here, be a what would you call that? Design to reality to sale. If somebody wants to buy it,
Professional product, yeah.
professional product. That's the right word. And pops up says all PID toolbox.
Oh, yeah.
then mostly by air from there. Oh yeah, okay. This is how he's going to put it out there with the 04. Yeah, nice. 040. I'll have a little extra work to do. Yes, yes. Well, we're doing anything extra. It's exciting, but something new is always, doing something new is even more exciting because you haven't done it before, so it does take a little bit longer.
And will you be doing the same sort of thing there, Scooter? Will you be doing, will you be putting it up on somewhere that someone could purchase, or what's your sort of process behind that?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we can get some tips.
Or go where the people should go to find it if they're wanting to get one, for sure. No, it's always good to hear people like our stuff.
Yeah, it's really
well,
good.
anybody's stuff, yeah, sure. But yeah, the old Wingsuit Mark III is coming along, and the Wingsuit Mark II, what's he up to? What's he doing?
We're working on the lifting,
The altitude lifter. Yeah, to get him to height at the moment. That's what is going on in the background. So it's one of those things where we're working on. It's fine, I can do it. Yeah, it's just one of those things where we're just working on the delivery service, because we tried with the what was it, the turret, and he couldn't take this guy out because he was a little bit too heavy. But then we tried reducing the battery weight. It was on one of the episodes in the series, in the Mark III series, and then that didn't quite do it. And then so yeah, and then we tried dropping him off a cliff. So we have to change our plan again. It's just one of those things. It doesn't work. Try here. Yeah. Oh, just close it down. What's that on?
that was Insta.
Spent ages doing that. Have you done face?
Yeah, just that one. Propsa says, yes, tell everyone that you can, yes, everyone that purchased the Propsa's 40 deal will get the tune sent to them. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Not bad for 25 bucks. Well, there you go.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Yeah.
But yeah, the wingsuit is pretty cool. Be good to get him to the next level, eh?
Yep.
Which is really
All tested and done.
just all tested, really, isn't he?
Really, we
So he's actually sitting just above me there. That little black bit is his wing. So it's based on the Peter Salzma. He's a world-renowned wingsuiter in his own right, and yeah, that was the idea from that. So it's the E wingsuit, inspired by his idea, I guess. Very cool. I said, unfortunately, the rules and regulations in the US have forced me back into the micro size. It's not a bad thing, it's cool. Therefore, I had to design the best option for myself. It's very foreign to me to sell it. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's a different skill set, right? It's like anything, it's a learning curve, right? What's the material we're saying? The material is ripstop, which is a kite material designed for this kind of thing. It's what the Batman's made of. All the other parachutes are mainly based on that. It's kind of like kind of our go-to stuff, really. It's something that we can get, which is always a bonus. Yeah, ripstop, that's what it's called. It kind of has a tendency to fray, so you have to be really quite careful on the edging that you're doing. Make sure you seam it all correctly, otherwise it will effectively pull apart. So we don't really want that while we're on the free fall. So always take your time while you're doing the edges and so forth.
Oops, all good. I gotta see how many we got before.
And this is not a standard machine. This is a heavy-duty, industrial size sewing machine designed for extra thick stuff like this. It's not just a regular material sewing machine. Another C says ripstop. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's a weird machine. Weird name, isn't it?
Yep, that's the one. Ripstop. Yep, that's for sure. But does it kind of rip? Kind of does. It frays, so it doesn't rip, I guess.
It's stopping rips, but it's not stopping fraying.
Yeah, and Cliff's joined the stream. Hey, Cliff. How you been? Sewing action awesomeness. Thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks for joining in there, Cliff.
No, I'll just turn the camera a little bit so you can actually see the guy that we're working on.
So he's actually sitting above me at the moment.
There he is. You know, maybe I'll just lift him up.
There you go, there you go. So that's the Wingsuit Mark III edition.
Yep. Oops. Put that
I just
back.
got his hand over there.
You can't see us. Invisible. So you can kind of see that angle. Yeah, you can kind of see it. That's better now.
Very slippery disc, this one.
Yes, it seems to fall away on me. Popsoft says, man, I was into stunt kites. Oh, nice. Yeah. Before flying RC, bet you guys could make a fortune designing a wicked high wind stunt kite. Yes, for sure.
Good fun.
Good fun. A mate of ours, when we went to like the beach, like a beach holiday kind of thing with the family, which was cool to be invited. He had a stunt kite, and could we get it up in the air? No,
Not for long.
No, not
it
for
was
long.
in advance.
We have we made kites before? Yeah, we made kites before, but the design that we normally do is we normally do a triangle kite with a big giant tail. We haven't flown that on live stream, haven't we? We've dived through, like with the drones, and the dive
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Maybe we could do that again if you want to see that sort of thing. Dive through the tail, the loop of the tail.
Big triangle.
And then what else have we done? We've also, our uncle years ago had made a big giant diamond kite, which you can't even fly in low, like normal weather, those sorts of things. But you can on, gale force winds. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Popstar says stunt kites. For sure. Yeah, nice.
So what is
Another suggestion is, can you heat gun the edge? That's a good idea. What happens when you do that with this stuff? I think it just kind of melts.
Yeah.
It's a good idea though.
Sort of burns, really.
It just kind of burns, and then it kind of just it kind of goes the other direction.
Shrivels up.
Shrivels. Yeah, so you can't really do that. Have we tried? Yeah, we've tried. Yeah.
But burn a hole through it.
Good suggestion. There's no wrong suggestion here, my friend. Burn a hole through it. Yeah. Just say he says it's going to be like the RC parameters, but on steroids. Yes, that's the plan. Yes, if you're a long follower of the channel, you would have seen this is. What would you say? Would you say this is your favorite wingsuit design?
Oh, it's always going to be the Mark II.
It has to be the Mark II and LD. But the Batman's pretty cool.
The Batman's pretty cool.
That's kind of like the Mark IV in many ways.
Yeah.
But this one is just different in a different way. But still, yeah. It's like
he
paramotors on steroids for sure.
He does have quite a lot of merits though. For example, he does have the other ones don't have propellers, so he does have a motor on it.
True.
He's made of foam board internally with a frame structure, and then wrapped on the outside with solar film or heat shrink
to give the strength back
to give the strength back in, and of course keep it super lightweight. I don't know if I've never seen anybody do it like that. And also, if they had done it, you'd be potentially you can melt the foam board underneath. So we got away with it quite well. We just sort of did it on low heat.
And did it give the strength back into it. It's phenomenal that wing. I mean, it's not like it doesn't have a dowling rod to it because it doesn't need it for the. We're talking about this guy over here, by the way. It doesn't need it.
No,
not for this design, but anyway. Tactical Vanguard says you guys are damn inspirational. Cheers, man. Appreciate
awesome.
the compliment.
Thanks for joining in, dude.
Thanks very much.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah.
As a
Tactical.
It's like the Vanguard of Justice, I was thinking.
Yeah. If you've ever seen what's called Heavy Gear. Yeah. Vanguard of Justice versus the Shadow Dragons. Very cool. They're cool, man. And Cliff says, I saw a short clip of yours the other day. Oh yeah. Showing the backpack, Joe. Looks a bit suicidal. Yes, and that is arriving at 6 a.m. in New Zealand time tomorrow. So the part 3 in the series that is coming up. Some people called it the Decapitated Drone 3000. It was kind of
got very
semi-viral for a while there.
They got various numbers, don't they? So some of them call it the 3,000, the 5,000.
And 4,000, I think, is the general number. Is it dangerous? It won't be once it's all done, and said and done and all that sort of thing.
But bear in mind, this is only the Mark 1 version.
Yeah, this is only the Mark 1 version, but also, is it dangerous? I mean, we don't really do anything that's not dangerous, but we mediate the risk with style and safety, but that will be coming later on.
Yeah.
For sure, exciting stuff. Tactical Vanguard says, I'm watching from South Libyan. No, nice, cheers,
awesome.
Man.
Thanks, man.
Yes, there you go. And we are just about to put these in. Okay.
How many do I need? Do we need all those?
I don't know. What we do is we put this one in and then put that one in.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Appreciate it.
I guess you could say, and we're from New Zealand, so thanks for joining.
This is New Zealand where we're at, for sure. And we've been outside New Zealand once.
Which I think everybody already knows that now.
Yeah. Propster says you guys
was that rare?
Eh?
It was that rare.
Yeah, you guys still racing quads? Yes, we were out the other day flying. It's always good.
I think we did a live stream with it.
Oh yeah,
last week.
Maybe last week or something like that. We were racing them. Our mate Don wasn't there, but we were with him.
That is his name, by the way. It's not just. It's not just.
Not the Don. His name is Don, but he's a cool dude. He's the
racing master.
The racing master in New Zealand for sure. So are we as good as that master? No, not by a long shot. But I mean, I'd like to think we can
give him a run for his money.
Yeah. Shout out to Don there. There you go. But I think it's pretty good in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay.
Okay, so we're trying to start pegging these one and then sewing this one too. Okay. Yeah, we'll peg these two, and then we'll sew this one in.
Okay.
Yes. But we still have the gates that we made, and maybe we could do another live stream on that sort of thing if you guys want to see that.
Yeah. Would you like to see more drone racing on the drone racing? H&R Drone Racing Show.
Yeah.
I feel it'd be something we'd do live though.
Yeah, I feel so.
Right?
I think it's
we'll
always
just do that first.
Right.
Yeah.
Seam it first. You good?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yes, that's cool. And I think I last saw Props Off when he was doing tiny whoop racing. I think I remember. Yeah, it wasn't too long ago, maybe a couple of months ago. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good. Nice.
Not happy about it, is it?
No, just try again. Yeah, nice. Take it out. Not happy about that.
No.
Cut it.
Wasn't a fan of that one.
No.
It's okay.
Stoppage, as they say.
Hopefully that's okay.
There you go. It's rotating.
And what's one of the projects that you guys are most interested to see us complete? That'd be a good question.
Yeah, maybe you guys got like something particular that you want us to work on from our quite large range of projects that we're working on at the
We
moment.
do. It's just because naturally we have a large range of interests.
Yeah. It's just the way we live our lives now. It's not like it's one of those things that we could work on one, but then it's also one of those good things is that parts do take a while to get here. It's not just you just go down to the shop. So if we need a particular part, we have to order. It takes a long time. So yeah, kind of works out for us that way. Cliff says I have 5 or 6 parts of undies that I'll send to you, so you can repair them in the sewing machine. Cheers for that. Yeah.
Very thoughtful.
They're very thoughtful. We'll put that in the never to do part. Pops says definitely enjoying wheat racing. I might like announcing and organising more of that. Nice. I enjoy more when others enjoy. I enjoy when others enjoy. Yeah, for sure. Yes. But yeah, there's we've what have we sewn on this sewing machine? We've repaired parts of saddles on this particular one with
Boat covers.
Boat covers. We've repaired different type of boat things.
Lots of boat stuff.
Lots of boat stuff. Lots of horse stuff. Yeah, that's a good machine. This one, big, a lot of use out of it. I can pick this one.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of hard wearing like leather and those sorts of things. So it can take the abuse for sure. And today it's doing parachutes. So there you go.
Yes.
Pigs.
But it's not a regular machine.
No. We always seem to
Even though it does probably look to the untrained eye that it is.
But hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Let us know and give us the old thumbs up just to know that it's working. Sometimes from our end, it doesn't really tell us that much. But
We're not complaining, just,
we're not complaining, YouTube, we're just saying.
So what we call that like nitpicking.
There you go. I mean, will the because of these seams, will it be slightly heavier? Yes. Do we need to cut it this way? Would we normally cut it this way? No. But we cut it this way so you guys can see it. Otherwise, we'd probably be doing it on the ground, wouldn't we? Bigger surface area, but we decided we'll cut in panels on the last stream, so then that way you guys can see a little bit more what gets on behind the scenes, I guess. Microsoft gave us a thumbs up to say it's working. It's good. Thanks, man. All right. And they see from that angle. Could I rotate the camera? Maybe I can rotate around. Oh, I think you
can shoot from there if you want.
Shoot from that side of it, so you can see what's done. Otherwise, you can't really see the machine working.
You want me to turn it side?
I don't know, can they see that?
Yeah.
A little bit different, a bit more of a dynamic. There you go. That's where it's at. Are you a pigs kind of person or more of a needle version, Richard?
Pigs.
Generally speaking, always pigs. Pigs is where it's at. Professor says better. He likes that angle. Right, cheers. You can kind of see what's going on and see if Richard's making any mistakes. Make sure you don't go all the way in there, Richard. There'll be a mistake and I have to unpick it. There you go. Not criticizing him, just saying. Cliff says, is there any sort of special thread you're using? Yes, absolutely. We always use, on this particular machine, we have different machines for different things, but this particular one, he always uses extra strength. Industrial grade thread. Yes.
Super deluxe.
Super deluxe thread, and that's what he runs at.
It's too thick for a regular sewing machine, this one.
Yeah. We have other machines that do different kind of ones, like the skinnier threads and those ones that are set up for that. This is the bad boy of our collection, I guess you'd say.
I guess, I mean, if you're into sewing machines.
Yeah, if you're into sewing machines, it might not be your thing. You know,
That's okay.
That's okay. It's just a useful tool.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could use just a regular sewing machine for this, but
sometimes it slips.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
You're kind of limited on what you can and you can't do with. You can do with that part. Worry about that problem later.
So that's fine. Yep. Good.
And what you can't get away with. Do you still do any saddle work? Yes. Yeah, leather work sounds good. It might take a little while for if we're going to send it to us. But I mean, it's a we can have a look at it. We've done some things we can repair, some things beyond repair, and there's really beyond it. A lot of it does pierce, so we can't fix everything you have to, so we just chop everything up and say new. But we're not, what do you call them, settling, what's the quick, settler, yeah. We're not settlers, so if you want like a bone settler, if you want a bone settle, we're replaced in there. So you send it to the post, we just fix. So, what do you like? What do you like now? Your wife is making a weird sound. Right now.
Sort of vibrating. How about now? Can you hear us now? We just reset it, so hopefully that does the trick.
Now?
1 2 1 2. Can you hear me now?
Hopefully it's okay. Not sure why it did that.
Says it's all good.
Says it's fine on our side. Bob says it's good. Well, okay, so maybe it was some sort of freak interference, I'm not sure. Don't know. It's, I mean,
Hopefully it doesn't do it again.
yeah, hopefully it doesn't do it again. It just, on our side, it just got a, green means good. So,
Thanks for the feedback.
thanks guys, thanks for getting onto that. Hopefully it's all good now. Yeah. Yes, cheers man. Excellent. So I have to admit these microphones do get used a lot, don't they? We're always filming with them essentially. So they have been good to us. So hopefully they keep on being good. Be good people.
Be good microphone, man.
Yes. And thanks for watching. And if you want to see more, head over to our YouTube channel.
All right, so there's another one joined on. We've got many of these things apparently. Give you an idea of where we got to get over here. But we're getting there. We're making our way through it. I guess the good thing about doing it this way is it does mean that you're not wasting the other stuff.
No.
I'll go and, what? Oh yeah. It was digitalizing your voice. We could tell you were talking about nothing but static. Good, whatever you did. Okay, we'll just reset it. Nothing too fancy. Was it doing that thing with like, maybe it was doing that. Cliff says, is the wingsuit going to inflate like a real wingsuit? Yes, so the Mark II does inflate like a wingsuit in real life. Yes, it does. So we made that into that specific design for that purpose. Yes. So we tested that in the wind tunnel, and it definitely inflated like the real deal. So yeah, it's got the inlet valves, and that keeps it effectively acting like a rudder. So you don't need a rudder with wingsuits, apparently.
Apparently, as we found.
As we found out using the wind tunnel.
Well, I mean, we haven't tested it the official test, but from the small scale, I guess you'd say. It's looking good, right?
Well, it certainly helps to keep it straight.
Yeah. So that's the Mark II, but we're working on the parachute for the Mark III.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer is yes. The short answer was yes. Instead of the big elaborate one, but yeah.
Now, which one's your favorite there, Cliff? Which wingsuit design's your favorite? Is it the FPV Batman, the Mark II, the Mark III, which is this one, or the Mark I, I guess? Unless, of course, you're a Jetman fan, which is pretty cool as well. Well, g'day. Use, another CG suggests use some CO2 cartridges. So cartridges? For which specific, in what way would you use the CO2 cartridge? You mean in terms of inflation, or? Because traditionally you don't need to, because on a wingsuit, the air comes into the pockets in real time and to inflate it.
You might have a different idea. Maybe he's talking about like to propel it into the air.
Feel free.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
It's an interesting idea. Cliff says, I am as yet undecided. I eagerly await the test flights for these guys. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, thanks. Poxo says, gentlemen, all in the chat, I bid you all an excellent night. It's 12:30 over where he is, and he's heading off to bed, which is cool, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. And have a good night, and thanks for tuning in. Another CG says to inflate it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Interesting. Like a CO2 to inflate it. The interesting thing, maybe what you'd have to make it out of a different material, though, wouldn't you? Because if you're doing a CO2 inflate, because of this is a porous material. So you can, well, they don't use the word porous, but the air goes through it.
So you have to use,
so have to use a different kind of material to do that. So you inflate it like that, and so then it can contain the CO2. Interesting.
Interesting idea.
The suit only has a second to inflate that one. Yeah, for sure. Interesting.
Interesting idea. Well, write it down. You can check it down there.
Yeah, right
so,
now.
Unique idea.
It could be
Good idea though. Thanks for
appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Interesting. Interesting.
And so if you're just tuning into the stream, we are live making the parachute for the Mark III RC Wingsuit. Yes, so we're just adapting the one that we've got here and to make it even better than ever.
Yeah, so we did the calculations on the last stream.
Yep, we're doing calculations and weigh. We
Because
weighed it.
the reason being is the wing, the new wing underneath added a little bit more weight.
Yeah, so we're allowing for that. Can you see that? Yeah, they can see.
Yeah, so we added a little bit less, a little bit more weight. So of course we need a little bit more drag service on our parachute because of course this is an extended flight wingsuit design. For when you throw it on the side of a cliff, it will track out using the propeller. Get out to an altitude that's safe, then pull the parachute, just like the real deal.
Yeah. And at the moment we've attached on the stream so far, we have attached what, three panels or 2 panels?
3 panels then.
3 panels. Okay, so we're nearly there.
Cool.
And we're going to get to there is where the trick is. Once we get that part done,
It'd be good to get that out.
that'll be good to be achieved on the stream, for sure.
It's not something you can rush.
No. If you make mistakes, there'll be dire consequences when you come down to land. So yeah, we want success. Is where it's at. And what about yourselves out there? Are you proficient on a sewing machine? Let us know. Could be something that you do as well. Like all machines, they have their own knacks and all have their own quirks.
You have to
Just work them out, don't you? There you go, shaking, table shaking. And yes, thanks for joining the stream, guys. We are live. If you want to see the split stream action, we are over on YouTube. So there you go. That's where it's at. Cool. So that's another panel on.
Yeah, another panel on.
Nice.
Okay, so it's attached.
That's what I'm gonna. Oh no, that's what I did. Here we go. How many more panels do you think we need?
I don't know. It's on now.
Is that done?
Nope.
Oh.
And then there's another one there, I think.
How many more panels do you think? I can cut one out while you do that. That one was there. Let's work it out. That one was there, which isn't completely done. And that one would be there.
Not completely done either.
So that one, but this doesn't need to be a complete one, does it?
No.
Like a quarter one. Interesting. Okay, well you set that one up and then we'll rock into it. Oh, we only did one side of this. Maybe finish this one. There you go. And I'll use this to cut out another template while we're working on that.
Okay.
Maybe we don't do the whole thing, we'll just do some.
So this is the edge that we were talking about earlier. So yeah, you can tell that if I just pull it ever so slightly, it starts coming away straight away. So yeah, very sort of interesting stuff to use. You always have to make sure that your edges are spot on, unless they're not, unless you want it to come apart on you.
What do you reckon? Should I do half? You think half's too much?
Okay.
Or should I do a full panel? What do you reckon?
If you do a full panel, then you've got to cut it in half and then do it again. So you do like a half a panel.
Half panel.
Half a panel's a new full panel.
Maybe do 60% of the panel.
Yeah.
Have you got
Maybe
that,
just leave one side like not.
Can you pass a piece of chalk, please?
One side not done.
There, what about there? What do you reckon? There? Is it a good guess?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cliff says, I didn't know you guys had a resin printer. I can see it in the background there. How often do you use it? Interesting. So we got the resin printer, which is, where is it in the background? It's a very nice spotting actually. It's been on before. So yeah, it's just there over my shoulder. So it is, what is it actually? It's an Elegoo Mars 5, I believe. Yes. And we got that specifically for one reason only. And what was that, Harry?
Hang on, just
we got that for the VTOL dropship, and we're working on the window panels for the cockpit.
let me show you up on the screen on this.
So yeah, we've got some sanding to do and finishing off, but in essence, yeah. So there you go. There's some effectively like that. So it'll be like, so yeah, resin panels, and obviously you can see my finger through. And that's the idea. We're going to clear it up as much as we can, and that will be in the
world's largest 3D printed VTOL dropship when that is complete. So, and how often do we use it? Was the second question? Yeah. How often do we use? It, Richard? So it was running like twice a day for ages. But there's a lot of windows, and we just managed to complete all the parts. So that like finished yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah. We had a little break in the middle because it got a bit repetitive.
But
yeah,
yes. So we used it
like,
a lot for that particular job. And then the next part, or what are we planning to use with it next? I don't know. I guess we do have a couple of ideas of what we wanted to make next on it, so we won't wreck the surprise. But yeah, we've got some other parts that we need to make on it. We have to design them first.
And what would be your suggestion? What do you think we should do? Because we can always add that to the mix.
Yeah, for sure. If you think we should make something on it in particular, can you pass the scissors? I can cut this part. And what about yourself? Have you used a resin one? They kind of got their own set of rules, don't they?
But it is quite a it's quite a new addition to the workshop, really.
Oh yeah.
I think we did a couple of live streams on it as well. We incorporated it into the live streams, specifically for those window screen for the cockpit.
I think we made them some live. I think.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, designed them live and
I think we made
brought them into the software. And I think we went through how we did it and stuff.
It uses a different software. It uses
Shiveros.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. And have you ever used one, Cliff? What was your experience like? Was it a positive one, or there's quite a you have to be quite careful with it when using it. We always put like like overalls on or something like that, and a mask.
Yeah, so you wouldn't say like little kids should be playing with it.
Yeah, but you know.
I know what the prop Mike. I mean, he's
Mike's probably the expert on that one. He suggested the idea. So if Mike's
still on the stream,
you're welcome to jump in here at any point there, Mike. Cliff says I have not used the recent printer.
resin printer.
You know, I'm trying to read it. I don't really want to deal with any of the cleanup, etc. Yes.
Oh, since the FDM, yeah, for sure.
Resin printer, yeah.
Yes, there is a bit of a cleanup involved. It's just one of those things that goes with that style, for sure. Yeah, resin printer, yeah, for sure. What would you say is I guess it would most use out of the normal FDM printers, for sure, in the shop. But I guess we found it useful.
Yeah, it's quite a specific use. But it's the only way to get as clear as possible, so that's why we went with resin for that.
Yep. Yeah, so good. I thought I'd see what that button does. Sometimes on the thing it comes up with different buttons, and I wanted to see what that did.
Did it come up with the button?
It just came up with a button and said,
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so if you're joining in the stream, we are working hard at working on the Mark III wingsuit.
Parachute.
RC wingsuit. We're working specifically on the parachute. And
It's just
yes.
sitting above us right there.
Yeah, this is the Mark III edition. So yeah, all our designs for sure. I think it might be the only one in the world that looks like that shape. And that
It's not
particular
too
one.
many of them.
No.
At the best of times.
Yeah, for sure. But we seem to make quite a little wingsuits on the channel, don't we?
We've got quite specialised now, yeah.
Yeah. Very
I'm
cool.
looking forward to the Batman one, actually.
The Batman, finishing the Batman off. Yeah, we did morphing wings on that one. It's coming along quite good, and we just have to connect up the electronics. But the wings are moving and stuff, morphing and stuff. So that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
And we've interviewed quite a lot of wingsuiters on the channel. So if you haven't seen those live streams, I'm sure they're there somewhere in the playlist. Who we interviewed that's a wingsuiter? We've interviewed Jim Corliss, Ernesto, Gainza, Christina, Ruskina, very cool. All super experts in their field.
Yes, certainly above average in terms of skill set.
Yeah, for
Very
sure.
cool people.
For sure. It's always cool to work on those sorts of things. That talk to those people so that you can work on your own the wingsuit designs to get them more accurate. Not just
Throwing
RC
something together.
RC playing the real deal. Hyper realistic. That's what we get. I know CG says use only the water soluble resin. He reckons. Pro tip kind of thing. Oh, nice. Water soluble resin. Yeah. The one that we've used so far is
Just a regular one, I think.
just a regular one. Is it water soluble?
No, I think it's just straight. Just regular.
Yeah, I think it's just regular. What's it say? Let's have a look.
I guess you're right. It would mean, in terms of cleaning wise, it would make it a little bit easier, for sure.
I think it's just a standard one, so maybe it's water soluble. Doesn't really say on the packet. I couldn't really read it. But yeah, it's one of those things where you can see that if you look carefully where Richard is, there's actually we run a pipe from the back of it. Oh, there's the pipe. Yeah, there's the pipe. You can see it running outside. Yeah, it's weird, like that. That goes to that resin printer behind me. So you don't want to breathe that stuff in too much. Nasty Bagginses. Nasty Bagginses.
Yeah, it's not something that you'd want in your house.
No, you wouldn't want to be doing resin printing inside your living room for sure. It is nasty. Well, even the other stuff smells a bit, doesn't it? Normal FDM got a funny smell as well. But that stuff is really you don't want to get it on your skin for sure.
But it's like anything; it has its merits.
Yeah, for sure. How are you going?
Yeah, right.
We've got that one panel. So I think we're down to the last 3 panels, I think, thereabouts.
1.5, yeah, 2.5 panels.
2.5 panels. But yes, we're going quite good on the stream to get this done. Ideally, by the end of the stream, the objective is to get that parachute all together. Do you think you'll be able to get the stay lines on and that sort of thing? Maybe, I'm not sure. But yes.
That sounds advanced.
It sounds very optimistic, but the objective would be to get this done, for sure. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Yeah, let us know. Hopefully you are. That's what it's at. Oh, you can definitely see a bit from that angle, can't you?
We actually we were flying on the last live stream, weren't we? Because we did the part 1 of this one last week. I think it was on the Saturday, and then the next day we went out to the flying field, right? And we did a live stream. What do you guys think of us flying live? Did you like to see more of that kind of thing?
That kind of style. We were at the aerodrome, yeah, flying with.
I think everybody had finished.
Everybody else had finished that day, but.
Well, they say chickened out. Because
Well,
it got a bit windy for them.
got a bit windy. That's okay. But yeah, that doesn't stop us. We normally go and fly anyway. You fly differently when you're flying in heavier weather. You're not trying to go doing tricks and those sorts of things. You're just doing just normal circuits, nothing too fancy. Cliff says, "Oh, new theme song, H&R So Racing." Yeah. Always live. Yeah, that's where it's at. Cliff. Another CG says, sorry. The H&R drone racing, so racing. H&R, so H&R, so wing.
Something like that. It's quite funny, eh? Of the projects that we've built and stuff. I didn't think we'd have so many parachutes.
And designs, yeah, it's interesting.
It's kind of unique. They it adds an interesting dynamic to it, which is I kind of like anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it for sure. Yeah, it's one of those ones we always wanted to do. You know, you push the limits by doing mixed materials, not just trying to be static in the say 3D printing. You want to mix that up. You want to push that envelope.
Yeah.
When it was the Mark I, that kind of pushed the envelope for us, where we went from 3D printing and PLA lightweight, but it's pushing on the fabric and changing it that way. That's not just a straightforward one.
No.
It's not just
So it sits underneath the skin of it, right?
It's yeah, the skin moves on the outside, and that has the effect on the Arons. Wizard is joining the stream. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go H&R.
Yeah.
H&R. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's where it's at. That will be coming up later on in the stream for sure. We always do that at the end and the beginning for sure. So stick around and see that if you want to see that. Cliff says, will the backpack drone require a parachute too? Interesting thought. What do you reckon? I'm going to go with a solid no for me, but what about you?
It'd be fun to go at that kind of altitude. It wasn't my intention to go that high.
Parachute.
That'd be cool though.
Interesting. Maybe on the Mark II version. It's a good suggestion.
Yeah, you'd have to.
For the people out there wondering which the backpack drone is, he's of course talking about the drone pack, the ultimate wearable flight pack system that we're making on the channel, and that episode arrives live for part 3 of the series, and that'll arrive at
Tomorrow morning.
We've scheduled it. So yeah, tune in for that.
So what's that like? It's nearly in 12 hours time.
12 hours time from now, people.
Or 13, maybe 14 hours from now.
14 hours from now, yeah, not quite, yeah. Yeah, that's coming up, and we've been hard at work on that one. It took us a
bit longer than
longer than usual, just to set up machines the way we want it. Yeah. So yeah, we won't wreck the surprise button. There you go. It's a funny old thing, isn't it? It looks like what's a general episode? An episode is what, 15 minutes or something kind of thing, isn't it? On average, probably. I don't know. Say generally an episode will be about, say, 15 minutes, but there's a lot of work that goes in to make it a reality for you guys. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all the episodes and content for sure. Cliff says a parachute probably won't be required until you add the rockets to the drone. Yes, you know us too well there. We do like our rockets. Yeah, speaking about rockets, what have we've done with rocket switching? If you're talking about builds with planes, we've got the FPV
prototype
Speedwing.
Speedwing with rocket parachute ejection. I'm not sure if it was your suggestion, but it was somebody's great suggestion on live stream. So we've added that, and we'll be working back on that soon.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're doing it specifically this week.
No,
But-
I'm not sure. I don't know.
But it's
Who
possible.
knows? It's possible. Who knows? Cliff says H&R astronauts. You reckon?
Now you're talking.
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, astronauts is where's that?
Astronaut racing.
Astronaut racing.
Created a new thing.
Yes. Why did you send your rocket up? I just wanted to race around the world. I just want to have a race.
Yeah.
Do people do that just for fun? Send a rocket up just for fun? Not really. Not generally. Not generally speaking.
A bit pricey, I think, for that.
Come on, people. Just have some fun out there.
Yes.
The only thing I can really think of is was it Elon that put a car up in space?
Roadster.
A roadster. Wasn't my particular choice of car to put up in space. I'd be thinking maybe like the DeLorean or something like that.
I'd be thinking a Mustang.
Oh yeah, like a Ford Mustang.
Something cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But it wasn't to be.
It wasn't to be, but it was. I think it was.
It was
Tesla or something.
It was a Tesla
Yeah.
Roadster.
Well, it's his company. He can do what he wants. But it was kind of cool to see a guy sitting in the middle of space with his arm out like that, and his hand on the
Is it still orbiting the sun? It was at one point.
I don't know. I haven't seen the feed. It used to come up.
Does anybody know about the feed on that one? Is it still live? Is he still rotating the sun?
Is he still going around in orbit, people? I always wanted to know if a flying car is still going around. If somebody's watching the stream, yeah, just let us know. It's always interesting.
It was a few years ago that he launched that.
Yeah.
So people might not know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so what we're talking about before there was the
Cube.
before there was the rockets that came down and landed all perfectly, there was the official launch, and was it Elon sent a car into space, and that's there was a live feed that used to come from, and you can watch it on the Google box somewhere.
It's something probably from his SpaceX.
Probably. If SpaceX is watching, let us know. Yeah. Yes, thanks for enjoying the stream, guys. And how's that panel going, Richard?
Yeah, nearly there.
We've got one more panel to do. We've got two more panels, perhaps. And then we can sew them on to the chute. What do you mean? Oh, I'll grab some water. Where'd the water go? Is it in?
Yeah. And Cliff, what have you been flying lately? What have you been doing? I know you're into the. It was a rally, wasn't it? It was into rally. Yeah, it's to do with rallies. Are you still doing the rally and everything like that?
And thanks so much for tuning in. If you want to see more, head over to our YouTube channel. Alright, that's all good in the hood.
You all good?
Yeah, just doing stuff in the background.
All right, so that one's done. Let's, here we go. I guess you guys can see what I'm doing. So your little piece. Another one done. Gonna do this one?
Yeah, I can do it.
We're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it.
Making some good progress.
Okay, have a great night there, another CG. Thanks very much for joining in.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, yes.
Thanks for joining us. And yeah, it's cool.
I guess we'll see you tomorrow morning when it goes live.
Yeah, for sure.
Cliff says stock cars today. Okay, he flew his ProTech 35 and my Nazgul. Okay,
Oh, yeah, nice.
FSX, both iFlight FPV quads. Nice one.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
And I guess you were filming at the time. What are you using to film with there, Cliff? Have you got a go-to camera that you use? I guess you stabilize it afterwards. And I guess quite.
Oh,
a lot,
cameras have come along a little bit.
yeah.
The GoPro cameras and stuff have come a long way.
Some they have like stabilizing built in now,
Yeah, yeah. It's,
which makes things a lot easier. We're good.
yeah, I think so.
You can take over.
I can take over.
Yeah.
Certainly. But thanks for joining into the stream, guys. We do appreciate you all, and we are live working on the Mark III
RC WINGSUIT, and currently we're working on the parachute design. So we're starting it up, adding some adjustments because, of course, we
We've
added
adjusted
a
it.
new wing foil to it, sort of add a little bit more weight. So we need to accommodate for that improvement.
Thanks. Getting stuck on your elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, turn that one on to here.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you still using the GoPro Hero Sessions for most of my flights? What we use a GoPro Hero Session. We've got a 5. It seems to do most of the things that we need, right?
Yeah, for
It's a little hard to stabilize, but yeah. Which
It's your go-to guy.
which is your go-to session?
Well, the good thing about the session, if you're talking about cameras, is they're very lightweight. So you're going to get a lot more
Flight
flight
time.
times. Yeah, flight times.
Yeah. What's this? Okay. What's that? Oh, is it just? Okay. Never mind.
Thread.
Thread.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
it doesn't compromise on the weight. With the new 360 GoPro that we just got. We haven't flown him on a drone yet, but he's heavier. He's bigger too, bigger surface area too. But looking forward to doing that. So make sure you stick around to see that.
Yeah. There's nothing quite like with the classics.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll still be using the session for sure. We'll chase many planes with the session.
We have. Yeah, lots of footage. I always kind of think that's like one of the coolest things when you actually fly against another plane or behind it. Because you're sort of acting in a sort of like a fourth dimensional. There's a lot of calculations going on in real time because you've got to calculate for what the plane's doing, the pilot,
What you're doing.
what you're doing, and
And-
what you're not doing. And then of course a proximity away from the plane, because if you're too close, you don't want to touch them, and then you don't want to be so far away that you can't get the shot.
And the same thing applies for chasing cars, I bet.
The only difference with the car, the good thing about it is you already know that he's not going to go up or down.
That's true. Yeah.
He's going to go left or right, forwards or backwards, but he's not going to go up and down at the same time.
Unless he hits a big kicker.
I mean, like a jump.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The stock cars go sideways. They always look cool.
Yeah. I guess if they're drifting, that could be quite hard.
Well, they drift the whole time, all the way around.
Yeah.
And you kind of want to get that camera right up there. don't you?
How close do you get? Do you get to the point where you're like almost touching him?
Touch the pilot's roof. How close? No, the
Give him a bump?
yeah, for sure. But also, you want to keep your drone. You don't have endless funds, people.
No, nobody has endless funds. But you can get some really good footage. I know that the movie, Ambulance from Michael Bay put it out. They use quite a lot of cine lifters in that particular film, like probably like Red 11 Komodo or something like that. But very cool film.
And I think they jumped the ambulance, and he flew underneath, and the ambulance jumped over the top.
Yeah. So he flew in underneath it while the ambulance hit the kicker, and then he went underneath it like that. Very cool. One shot, one chance for that. It's still in the film, so he obviously didn't break it. Cliff says, I don't actually fly with the racing. I 3D print camera mounts that go on stock cars. Okay. For a board shot.
Onboard shot.
Onboard shot, nice. And I have a few friends who do event flying. I'm not really into that too much. Yeah, fair enough. It's not for everyone. I'm more into the technical challenge of designing the camera mounts to mount on the cars and stuff. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, well, you have to get it just right? Because there's a lot of vibration. Also, when the cars are going at an odd angle.
Yeah, you want to capture the shot, right? How many cameras do you put on, say, one one stock car? Do you like? I'm guessing one on the side, maybe one in the cockpit or in the driver's seat, as it were.
Watching the driver,
and then maybe one. I guess you could do quite a lot.
But would you risk it by putting it outside the vehicle?
Because they do collide, or rub, as they say.
Yeah, interesting.
And do you do a thing where you, I know that you can get a remote for the GoPros, and you can have up to like 10 on the one click. Do you do that, or do you go through and click them all, make them all activated?
Sync together.
Sync them, yeah, do you sync them, I guess?
I think they call that Pro Shot.
Yeah, or just the remote, I think. Cliff says 2 or 3 cameras max per car. But I think normally run with about 30 cameras in total. Wow, okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
And which model was he using? GoPro, which one?
The Sessions.
Oh, nice. Well, they're nice and small, aren't they?
Very cool.
And it's also cool, it's your own designs to the mount. That's cool. And where does the footage go? Is there somewhere we can go to see it there, Cliff?
Yeah.
That'd be quite cool to see.
Yeah.
But then I go, oh, I know the guy that did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have a mount that can be manipulated by somebody else? For example, can like digitally rotate while the race is going, so you can adjust the shots in real time? Because that could be kind of fun.
Maybe an idea for you. Nice. But Cliff might have already been designed one.
I'm sure he has. Manual activation.
Nice.
The firmware you are thinking of is called GoPro Labs. Okay, the firmware, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. And then there's also, I think, for memory for motorsport, a GoPro released sort of like an overlay kind of thing where you could show the speed and where you are on the track. Is that also something that you add with the GoPro? Yeah, and the mounts are fixed, he says, and adjustable manually for the angles. Interesting.
Yeah, you want it locked in, okay.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't want it to like drift off randomly. Here's the shot.
Well, they do take some pretty hard hits.
They do hit pretty hard with the cars.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
It's quite a shunt, right?
Pretty good shunt, yeah.
It would be interesting though if you could do it with like a, like a pivotal.
That locked in. Maybe. Well, I'm not sure about 3D printing would do it. You have to do. Maybe metal?
Something like that. Imagine if you could do a tracking shot while the car's going along and then just track along it slowly, like one of those like time ones.
An idea for you.
Just an idea anyway. I guess it's not really what the not necessarily what the driver's thinking about.
What a real.
I want a tracking shot that panoramic. They just panoramic to it and.
Maybe do that. Yeah. Okay, so we're making some good time, guys. We've got looks like another panel there. We're just going to go and test it, but doing pretty good. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the streams.
Where is it? Where's the end? Where's the end? Where's the end?
We do appreciate you guys all tuning into these ones. We didn't really tell too many people that we're going live, but
It's just because we were focusing on the episode that arrives tomorrow.
yeah, for sure.
He said his footage is generally used on TV.
Oh, nice.
Shows such as the CRC Motorsport.
Oh, okay, cool,
Fair
nice.
TV3.
Nice, although TV3 is now being purchased by Sky. Oh,
What?
right.
Controversial.
Controversy. He knows something. He knows something. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, very cool.
very
So,
cool.
That's very cool to say that your work's been published. Nice. Very cool, man.
And at the team's nationals held in February in Palmerston North this year, I mounted a bunch of cameras right down in the front bumper. Wow, there we go.
Man,
He's putting his GoPros on the line, people.
there you go. That's very cool. And is there, do they sell the sessions anymore? Like, let's say something bad happened and one got broken.
Yeah, are they replaceable?
Is
Can you,
there
can you still acquire them, or because I was pretty sure that they don't make them anymore.
or is there something that can refurbish them? If
Oh
something,
yeah, repair them. Or do you repair them maybe?
there you go. Sorry about all these questions there, Cliff, but there you go.
Yeah, if it's too invasive, I don't want to wreck what you're doing.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
It's a secret. It's a secret. You just say it's a secret. There we go.
Yeah. Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade, right?
It's all good. It's all good. We totally understand. Either way, cool stuff.
You can only pick them up secondhand, apparently. GoPro stopped manufacturing them after they got sued by Polaroid. Yes, well, that would do it, wouldn't it?
Oh, what did they do wrong?
Oh, my bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's lawsuit.
Yeah, that would put a stop to it.
That would stop it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Wonder what they did wrong. They should have done something. Naughty, he got caughty.
Yeah, he did.
But anyway, we still use our GoPro session, so it was a good design.
But my new Polaroid cameras are pretty cool.
Yep. Big fan of Polaroids.
It's nothing like taking a Polaroid picture. They did forget how to make the material, right? The chemical mix that made up Polaroid films for quite a while, and then did they remake it or?
Yeah, I think somebody just stumbled on it one day. Who was playing around with it. They lost it for many years. I think the chemical mix.
Interesting.
So they couldn't make Polaroids. So if you wondered why you couldn't buy them in the shops, that was why. Don't know what happened. There must be a story behind that as well.
I feel like the guy hit it.
Yeah.
Like, he's like
Or
his
he got-
last day of work on a Friday, and he's like,
I'm taking it with me.
I'm off.
Yeah,
I'm taking it and I'm hiding it. I feel it's that kind of thing, like a disgruntled employee.
Could be. I'm
Either
not
that
sure.
or
We
it's
don't
just-
know the story.
it's
We
just
can only
theorizing.
speculate.
Either that or they genuinely threw it out.
Or they forgot where they put it. Like, I put it here somewhere. Where did I put it?
Yeah.
Either way, big fan of the Polaroids for sure.
Nice.
Alrighty. Oops. No worries. Okay, so that's another panel done, guys. So we're making pretty good progress on this live stream. And I'm thinking that we might be able to get it done on the stream. So there you go. What do you think? What's your thoughts?
Quietly optimistic.
I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see it so we can get this done and then we can go and send it again. But this time, hopefully successfully.
That is the idea, isn't it?
Okay, here we go. Well, you're good.
Yeah, there you go.
Discover the deepest truth about yourself. Release yourself.
Okay, just checking that length again. Yeah, so I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be alright. Alright, and you guys can all hear us and see us still. It's all, everything's still working. Just give us the thumbs up. As they say on the radio, make some noise.
They might say that in the motorsport.
They might say that like motorsport.
And have we ever seen a race, Richard?
We have actually. We were lucky enough to get invited to Hampton Downs. It wasn't stock car racing, but it was
Racing?
the GT series, right?
GT4 series.
Yeah, so they had some really fancy cars there that were racing, like Aston Martins and
There was a couple of crashes.
Lamborghinis and stuff, and they're pretty much, in essence, they're all there. The great thing about Hampton Downs is they allow anyone to walk out on the track before the race and look at the cars. And
We did that.
we did that, it was cool. And they go 3, 2, 1, race, the green lights go on, and then they just go, and they all
Carnage.
They were carnage. They had to stop the race like, I don't know, like
Couple of
5 times or something.
But that was,
Eventually they got past that, and then off they
no,
went.
nobody died, so that was good.
Yeah, it was just
They had-
carnage to the car. So what was a brand new Lamborghini was a second-hand Lamborghini. Pretty quickly, within seconds.
So can you peg those? Just?
Yeah, sure.
But they were having a good time. That's the main thing.
Yeah, some cool cars there though. Very quick.
Yeah, we're making some good time, I think. See if we're getting some progress down.
I think so.
All right. There you go. Drop this foot.
Yep. Okay, stop that one. Hey, okay, stop that one.
This one. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, we're making some headway. It's coming along quite well. Head over to YouTube and continue on the live stream.
Nice. Here you go. So.
How do you go here?
Eh? I don't know. You might be able to do it on that. You can try. Must be able to do it. That panel's nearly done. Looking good, guys. Coming together.
Yeah.
You like it?
Not yet. I'll just have a look.
All right. All right. There you go, guys. So we're like too many away now. How many is that, you reckon? 1.5. How many more? Not too many, I tell you what. I've got this one here, which is one I completed before. And then there should be just, hopefully I've done enough on my panel. That one there should go. Might not be quite enough. No. Not quite enough, maybe. Oh no. Anyway. Might be able to make another one.
Just no. We're good?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, just pick this one together. Must be down to the nearly done on this one. Just peg this one in. We should be that last one. And then maybe we have to make a little piece to go on that hole, but nonetheless. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We're coming from that end, I think. Do it again. Okay, better than ever. That should be alright. How are you getting on? All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. So we're working on the RC wingsuit, the Mark III, and we are currently adjusting the parachute design to be able to cater for the adjustment changes that we did when we added the new wing foil. It's just sitting above us right here. And we're also live on YouTube and also on our Patreon page of all places. All good? Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's check to make sure everything's working correctly. Seems to be working.
Seems to be fun.
Yeah.
All right. That seemed together all right.
Yeah. It's good. Nearly there. Getting there.
Might have to get some more bobbins work, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Peg that one.
Sure, I can do that. Cool. So if you just joined the stream, we are live, predominantly on our YouTube channel, and we're working on the RC Wingsuit Mark III, and we're currently working on the upgrades to the parachute design, so make it a bit bigger and add some more drag to it, because of course we modified the wingsuit from its last flight, took a hard hit, we adjusted the wing foil, and this is in preparation for its next flight.
Flight test.
Flight test, yeah. We have glide tested it at this stage of the game, and it was working, well, I could tell, a lot better. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, it seemed to glide a lot better, yeah, for sure. Definitely got a bit more, we got further, didn't we?
Further, what do you mean? Oh, you mean it could glide further? More stable in flight, yeah. And at the
moment we're in the process of working out a system of being able to lift it up into the air. So hopefully then we can do a decent sized drop on the next one. I guess we don't really know somebody that's just got like a RC plane or something. That can take these. Oh, so that's the fire alarm. It will close, finish in a couple of minutes.
Just in it.
Seconds or so. So sorry about the noise, but
Nothing you can
these
do.
guys are doing a good thing. So, you know, they seem to like their big wailing noise, don't they?
Yeah.
People with traditions.
Tradition, right. It's quite loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, how big? How much more do we need? We're nearly there, guys. This is how far we have to go. Just that little gap there. Did I cut the piece big enough? Maybe not.
You cut it too small.
Not quite big enough.
Oh no.
Should we
Okay.
cut another piece?
Hey,
Should we just leave that piece and then work on another piece?
have to.
Guess I'd have to.
Yeah. No point putting another little subsection in there.
No, sub one.
Sub. Do it from the other end. Okay, so we're into the
Last piece on this design.
arguably the most important, because if you didn't have that piece in, it would make no sense whatsoever. You don't finish it off. You're like, oh yeah, there you go. Good enough? No. It's got to be an entire wing parachute for it to work. There you go.
Good. Yeah, that's fine now.
Yeah.
So we'll do a normal line through here, where it needs to be, we think.
Mhm.
And then
And then just put an end on it on the side too.
what do you think about there? We can actually work that out by just rotating this. Rotate that to there. Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
This one can go to there. You can easily work that out. Look at that. Like a glove. Okay, there you go. Second one can go to there. Second one can go to there. One can go to there. Here. So it's not a complete one, but it's pretty close to one.
Pass the scissors. Okay,
Scissors, cut the last one out. And then once we've cut that one, we're good to go. Sew that together and then pop it in. And then what an achievement we're going to have. Lucky
Would actually be.
What's that?
Would actually be quite a good achievement.
Yeah. Okay. Put that over there. The pigs are going on.
Cool.
Yep. All right.
I guess you can recheck it. See if that one's actually the right size.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Where's the hole? There it is. Okay, so we're working on the final hole.
Final piece. Final piece. Perfecto. Pretty good. All right. Yeah, so we see all good. Nice. Do you have any string to do that? Would
Yeah.
that string be okay? I don't know. Maybe. It just it might be too short. It would be too short, I think. Okay. Then it wouldn't have quite enough gap. I get it. You want to pick this one? Where did I put that pig? Somewhere it fell down. Where did it's disappeared. Oh, no. Get in there once. Okay. Nice.
You double back on that?
Yeah.
It's
The-
kind of done, right?
Yeah, because they're gonna have the other one over.
Oh, okay. If you're just joining us on the live stream, we are working on the RC Wingsuit Mark III, and we are working on the parachute, the new wing to adjust for that added weight.
And
That's what's
this
going on
is
right
the
now. So we'll work on the last little bit.
new and improved.
So all going well. It should have a drastic improvement in drag and landing in one piece ability.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a very good thing. Otherwise, very little reason why you should have a parachute.
We added a descent rate a lot less, didn't we? With the calculator, the new calculator.
Significantly.
Get in it. Alright, run out
I was
of
going
bubble.
to say you run out of bubble.
I knew I was getting close, but I didn't think I'd run it. Yes, I was hoping to get away with it.
Well, you didn't.
Alright. So, just for curiosity, if you pull that in there, is the other side alright? Can you pull that other side? Before you do that? Not gonna laugh on it. Okay. I just need to unpick this. Not quite the right length.
Not quite right.
No. Not along that side. Never that quick to unpick it. Not really. So better to unpick it now than not unpicking it. Finding out it doesn't fit. Don't be lazy, people. Basically. All right. It goes back on. Do I make a good headway? Yeah. And feel free to join in on the chat if you're with us today. Yeah. Anything that you've been up to this week doesn't have to be related at all. In fact, it, maybe just something that, maybe a film that you watched recently, or something you've been up to that you thought might be interesting for us to talk about. Within reason, I guess. What we can say is this this week and today we've been preparing for tomorrow's morning release, which of course is the drone pack. We're diving back into that world and specifically into the world of fabrication for it. So yeah, it's quite exciting. Something that we've been doing in the background on the channel. It's just a big project. It's just tricky. So, which is quite a nice, what do you call it? Challenge. Quite a nice challenge. So that will be released at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, New Zealand time, I guess. Yep. So what's that like? Yeah, nearly 12 hours time from now. It's not long enough, is that the problem? Yeah. It's the issue. Nearly unpicked. Yeah. Thought that might happen. I was hoping it wasn't going to happen. It's a bit short. It's the only one that matters, because it seems between the two. Arguably probably the only important one, really. Wait. So what we can do is we can just seam this one. Seam along here. Well, we've got to sort this one out first. So. Making headway.
Nice. Okay, so we're working on the last piece at the moment. Of course, with the last piece, it always adds a little bit more technicality. Sure does. Has to be seen perfectly, right? Can't be a perfect parachute. How's the stream? Is it working? Right? I think everything seems to be working. If everything's working, give us a thumbs up just to see if everything's working correctly. You can hear us. I'll just check at my end too. Hopefully this. Seems like it is. Good, good. Hopefully it is. So what do you reckon?
Indietro a destra. Stop.
Should we give it a bit more extra or how much? Yeah.
Indietro. Stop.
I mean, if we have to unpick that other side, that'd be a bit of a shame, but if we have to do it, we have to do it. So if I stitch here, what does it give you? So I stitch here, yeah. Peg that, yeah. What about your side? What's that doing? Might be okay. Yeah. Might be okay. Peg it and see if it lasts. Peg
Maybe
this side.
When you do it, just do it like right on the edge.
Chance to swell. That way we give it the most amount we can get. Okay. So we're working quite diligently, and we're getting these parts on. Just joining the stream, we're working on the RC Wingsuit Mark III. We're working on the parachute. Okay. Theoretically, we've got 2 more sides to do.
to make this thing a reality.
Interesting.
I think it needs to be unpicked a bit.
Yeah. The sachet thing I use.
Well, first, you can put that in. I can say that. That's all good.
Just get this down.
How far back? Do you think there?
Or just
There? Not quite perfectly symmetrical. My bad. It's always a technical one when you have to do the last sew through part. Okay, so it was easy. Everyone would do it.
but they're not.
No.
I guess it's not bought from the shop right now.
No, customer's customer.
How far back do you want me to go?
Are there?
Or more?
Yeah. I was thinking there.
What were your thumb
Yeah.
Should that one carry on?
That's fine. So much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Cool. All right, last little spot.
Naturally, it's that.
No, actually, it's the most technical.
Navi da combattimento in fiamme al largo dei bastioni.
How far up? Oh, should be.
Ho visto i raggi navi balenare nel buio vicino alle porte di Tannhäuser. E tutti quei momenti andranno perduti
All right.
nel tempo. Come lacrime
All right.
nella pioggia.
Better?
Di morire.
Okay.
You want to,
Oh,
maybe,
seamless.
maybe you can pull back a bit more.
Okay, I'll do it. Maybe pick that one. Pick that one, and I'll pick this.
Some more pegs there.
No, it's just about sheer will. Can we get it done? You don't say we can.
Yeah. Why not?
Do you hear it screaming inside me, tearing through my soul till there's nothing left? It wants out, it
Can you pass some more pegs?
Please. There you go.
pulls you under, claws on your skin, dragging you to hunger. Can you stop it? Stop it. Or will you fall apart yourself? Fall apart yourself. It's chasing shadows you can't escape. Every step you take has already been erased. You couldn't cage it, couldn't hide. Now it's hunting weakness buried deep inside her.
Okay. Seam that one together, and then we'll just make it all tidy. And then we can show off what we're doing.
It's quite a lot larger now, isn't it?
It is a lot larger.
Would you say like 20% larger or something?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Cliff asked, did you guys obtain a sewn pattern for this work, or did you design it yourselves? No, just ourselves.
Yeah. Well,
We just calculated for it on the last live stream. We calculated at the beginning because we worked out, of course, what the weight was of the Mark III,
Well, the new way,
the new current one.
adding the foil. So yeah, everything that we sew or design, yeah.
Is generally more often 99.9%.
Oh, is it? If we use it, no, not
Okay,
these days.
100% of the time, every time, is our design.
No, I was just trying to think, like, even if we were repair somebody else's stuff. No, it's still our own design. Yeah. I think, yeah, I guess.
Of course, it does make it take a little bit longer because, of course, you've got to work out all the calculations and stuff. But I think it adds to the challenge, makes it a bit more exciting.
Well, it's the challenge for ourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
But good question.
Yeah, good question, yeah.
So yeah, so the answer is, of course, we calculated for it.
So I can see that it has a spill hole in the middle, which is that little hole there. And of course, it has a little drogue chute attached. Drogue chutes are just designed for that little initial pop as they come out of the parachute. It doesn't do too much else other than that, but it's mainly just designed to give that the chute a little bit more of an extra pull to get that nice mushroom effect. Cliff says 100% of the time, most of the time. Yes.
Oh, I'd say, yeah. 100% of the time is always our design.
That rhymes, dude. Most of the time.
100% of the time.
I feel we're coming out with quotes right now.
Make your own quotes.
Yeah, but a good question nonetheless. Why don't we use somebody else's design?
Doesn't come up. We're always making our own thing. So
I guess also we don't really tend to find the place to actually find where you would make the design to copy.
I guess, but then we're the ones designing it. So
Yeah, but I mean you wouldn't know where to go because it doesn't exist.
No,
You do that one first.
No, you do this one. And then just when you get to that problem, sort that issue out there.
Okay.
So you get a little bit flatter. We'll peg it and roll it at the same time. Just do one seam.
I'll peg it to that one.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you think? That'll work, huh?
Yeah.
It's a little bit fiddly, but
Didn't like doing it.
And to calculate the weight of a parachute is an interesting one. What the parachute, how much it will descend is an interesting one. But we did go into it in the last episode, so I won't really touch it this time.
Science is the answer.
Science.
You calculate for air drag, the mass of the object, which of course is the wingsuit.
The coefficient of air density.
What kind of parachute you're using,
What velocity you want to descend at,
and of course gravity is included as well.
which is 9.81 meters per second on Earth.
squared.
Yes. But if you're on a different planet, like if you're on Mars or some other planet that we don't know of, then I guess you'd have to accommodate for that. And maybe even that calculation will be thrown away because it might not even apply in a different atmosphere. Or maybe, I'm not sure. The people of the astronaut world might know the answer to that one. When they did the, what was that rover guy? The They did have a parachute. Oh, when they come down land on like Mars or the moon. Yeah.
Calculate for the
I remember the first time they did it, it would only be like a theoretical idea.
And,
Oh,
then and then the second time it would be still theoretical.
Yeah,
Because it would be the different person that did it.
true. Different generation of the person.
They don't tend to do that very often.
Yeah, I mean, they did go around the moon the other day, not too long ago, which was pretty cool to see. They haven't been there for like, I don't know, like centuries, like a century or so ago. Cool to see them go back there.
Arguably.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of controversy over that.
Are you talking about one of those Earth is flat situations?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that. But what I can say is that there's a lot of science to say that they did make it there. Even if they're using the technology of the Tamagotchi to make the calculations. But still pretty cool they can do that.
Guess that's why the Tamagotchi was so
Popular?
popular. It was probably because of that.
Probably.
Probably not.
A lot of Tamagotchis died. People of today wouldn't know what we're talking about, but it was kind of like a game thing that you used to have on your keyring, and everybody had them. It was a bit of.
It wasn't cool.
Oh no, it
was a phase or fad.
phase, and it was kind of like this
Yeah,
Japanese game thing.
Yeah. Cliff says new theme song, and he's got the quotes up. He says, H&R orbital mechanic. H&R orbital mechanic. H&R orbital mechanic. Yeah.
It's a hard one to say. It's a tongue twister. Although our one's pretty complete. Sounds pretty good.
It
to
would
me
be pretty
there,
cool to
Cliff.
do some stuff in space, wouldn't it?
Exciting.
It'd be quite cool to bring that to the show too.
Yep. Well, I mean, we have sent ourselves into space in miniature. We made a rocket and sent ourselves to space on one of the early episodes. Was it last year or year before?
I can't remember. It was a while ago. But it would be cool. It would be cool to do it.
Like a full send.
Full send, yeah, all the way. Not just to the.
Not just into our atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, are you allowed to
I don't know the legality of that, though.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm sure somebody put their hand out for some kind of payment.
I don't know. Would you have to send to NASA? I'm not
Do
sure.
you know, Cliff? Do you know if you're allowed to send rockets yourself, or is it strictly only certain people allowed? I don't want to step on anyone's toes or anything.
Yeah. I mean, if there's... or, I mean, I know those satellites things is kind of the Wild West, right?
Yeah, but I feel
Stratosphere is where it's at.
yeah, but I feel that they'd like ask for permission from someone.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want to colliding with something, would you? That would be embarrassing.
Otherwise, they go straight through like the ISS. My bad, sorry guys.
Didn't mean to. I was just...
It was an accident.
I was on YouTube.
I was just having a bit of fun.
I was on YouTube. I was just sending my rocket. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I don't think they'd take to that very kindly.
No, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It'd be a very difficult one to explain.
Okay, so he's working on the last little bit here on the shoot. He has no idea. But I guess it would be a permitted process. I guess it would be. I mean, I'd hope so. Someone would ask for permission from someone and then pay someone something. There's always payment involved somewhere.
Seems to
Somebody puts their hand out, and then yeah, and then I guess someone's allowed to do it at some point. You get your allocated time slot.
Window of launch, I guess it would be.
Launch window, that's right.
I guess I
So
can't.
a launch window like 3 seconds. Like, 6 and 6:01. Damn it! Missed it.
Send it again.
Oh no! I breached it. It's just too slow to the ignition system. Oh no! I'd hope they give you a larger launch window than like a couple of seconds.
I'd hope so. Surely. Come on, people.
Please give me at least like half an hour. Oh darn!
Oh, I mean, they send rockets from New Zealand. We do have a rocket team, but they're not human rockets. Just
What's a human rocket?
you know, like you know what I mean. Sending astronauts or cosmonauts.
Ah,
We don't have a proper space program. We have
was it your rocket lab?
yeah. But I mean that
I think that I'd probably.
they're quite
consider-
successful,
I'd say that I'd think that they were a proper a rocket.
but not a
Outfit.
proper one. Not with the human astronauts.
They're not the Artemis too. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So basically, you only classify a proper one as a human. On it.
Oh yeah. Everybody wants to ride a rocket, people.
Yeah, I guess
where it's
that's
at.
true.
I'm not sure if everybody wants to ride a rocket, but you know, that's what.
Yeah, no, you do. That's what the kids want to do. Everyone wants to do it.
Okay, so the last little bit going down. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown.
Yay!
Yay.
We had done it. Hurrah!
Oh, launch successful. Launch successful.
Oh, no, I
Parachuting.
can't get over.
The
What was I
parachute-
thinking? The parachute's too good.
Too good.
They don't
Okay.
ever say that.
The parachute. Yeah, you
They never say that.
You never say, oh, look
Oh,
at the
too
parachute.
good, too good.
Too good.
What a waste.
No, there you go, guys. So, oh, hang on.
Actually, with normal rockets, they tend to do more than one.
Hang on. Just,
Uh,
no, not quite. I said it was all good, but it's.
we're gonna malfunction. The chute's got a hole in it.
Hang on, I've just seen this thing.
But normally they have a backup chute as well. They're normally like what 3 or 4,
3 for generally speaking. Yeah.
but they don't actually need 3. It's just for redundancies.
Well, that's a good idea, isn't it?
But makes it slower, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks cooler. There you go. Seamless. Seamless. There you go. That's better now. Wondered why there's a hole there. Okay, cool. There you go, guys. So just hold up the chute for your
Eyes only. Maybe I'll change the screen.
Oh yeah. I think we did pretty good on the stream.
Yeah.
Good effort, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Oops, I was doing something. Oh no, it's just a pig. It's fine. Here you go.
You didn't break it, did you?
No, he's good.
Good.
Okay, so there you go. That's the work effort on this one, guys. And you can
It's a
look
lot bigger. So as you can tell, the blue
What's the original?
was the original. So he's a lot bigger.
He's a lot bigger. Look at that. Look at
It's like
that.
a bullseye.
Look at that.
So you can't just leave it like that, even if you'd like to.
No?
The next stage, of course, is to add the
Stays?
stay lines in it to make sure it goes to be used as a parachute, not just. Otherwise, it's just a bit of material dangling behind it.
I know. But there you go, guys. So it's all seamed perfectly and looking good. And let's give it a little twirl. Ready? And oh, it's just knocked it out of my hand. I thought you were going to just drop it down like a bed sheet kind of thing. Holding the end. Out your time. You know it. We'll do that in a second. Again. So,
Did you want to put the stays on it?
Oh, it'll take a
How long
while.
will it take?
It'll take a while. It'll have to be new stays. I don't think these ones are. Yeah, no, it'll take a while.
How long are they?
They're not
Just
long
for
enough.
curiosity. Just really wanted to get done.
Oh, you want to have it all done? I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. How long are they? Just for curiosity, like, can we use
Just
them?
put a knot on them? Nah, they're too short. See?
If you hold to your side.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping to reuse these.
Maybe you don't have to put them on live stream on this one. Oh, here you go.
You might take a while. Untangle them all. But anyway, can we use it? We don't do it.
Nah.
Nah, it's
No,
a bit small.
A bit too short. Okay, so that needs to be recalculated, but that's only minor stuff.
And we need to get some more string for that too.
Oh yeah, I know where the bobbin is that we're using. Okay.
So pretty good, really.
I think we did pretty good, yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll finish up the stream in a second, in a very short couple minutes. But we have to thank everybody who joined in today.
Of course.
Past, present, and future, obviously. And it's looking the part now. Of course, it's in one part now, so it's good rather than multiple parts.
Yeah, that was pretty good effort for 2 streams. We managed to get that together.
Yeah, so I guess the next time you'd see that would it be on an episode, do you think? When we're going from some kind of height?
Probably.
Yeah, I feel it would be. Cliff says, thanks guys, cheers for being good sports. Go and have some dinner. See you guys sometime soon. I hope so. Thanks very much for joining in, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
And we're going to flick over to the other screen and do our sign out. But yes, thanks very much for joining in. All the chats make it that much better. So thanks very much.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we jump over to the other one. We're going to do our sign out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe down a little.
Which way?
Down to the left. Diagonally down. Yeah, it's cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
Yay. Okay, guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all very much. Yes, so make sure if you haven't done already, get ready for
Tomorrow.
6 a.m.
Tomorrow morning is where it is at. It's something that we've been doing. I was going to say quietly in the background, but it's kind of noisily in the background. And of course, it's all about the drone pack, the ultimate wearable flight pack system. And yeah, we're dubbed it the drone pack. And of course, we're working on the fabrication side of things because of course, currently what you've seen is the mock-up version and it's now time to make the real McCoy.
Yes. Okay, so saying that, thanks so much for tuning into this live stream where we got the whole parachute all signed up. So it's looking good. And the next time you should see this one probably be flight testing again, right?
I feel so.
Yeah.
I feel so because I think we can do the stays.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, so saying that, let's jump into
Tomorrow.
Yeah. And if you want to see another live stream, that'll be coming up next week sometime. Probably to the end of the week, probably.
Don't know. Not sure. We'll see
Depends
how we
on
go
weather
along.
and
So
things
stay tuned because of course if there's a weather window open, maybe we'll do a flight.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. HR racing, HR racing, HR racing. Yeah.
Thanks very much. See ya next time.
Next time.